Yo, what's up? This your boy M Breezy back at it again, man, like I always do around this time. What's up, Cowboy Nation? What's up, YouTube? Hey, man, before we get started with this video today, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. After watching the video, man, please share, and let's continue to help the channel grow. Now, let's get right into it. Man. Like I said, every time there's some Dak Prescott news out there, your boy Breezy gonna bring it to you live and direct. And, you know, it just is what it is, man. And I know you Dak Prescott fanboys are sick of me, but man, guess what? Take a good look at this face, because you're going to see it for a long time, a very long time. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to tell you how it is and the way I feel, about this quarterback. So let's get into what we got today, man. We got an article that came out yesterday. I think it was yesterday, saying that Jerry Jones reportedly refuses to give Dak Prescott a top-tier wide receiver. The free agency market has officially begun, but Jerry Jones has reportedly decided against bringing in a top-tier wide receiver to bolster the Dallas Cowboys offense for Dak Prescott. That's what the article says. And it goes on to say Jerry Jones has always been criticized for not making major moves in free agency. Now, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys is once again in the spotlight as he reportedly refused to bring in a top-tier wide receiver to support Dak Prescott. Now, like I said, man, Dak Prescott going to earn that money this year, because it don't look like there going to be no other, experienced wide receivers that is going to be added to the team at this moment. But we do have the NFL draft, and I know they're going to go out there and get a wide receiver to bring in, to help the Cowboys. So, can Dak Prescott really have a good season, man, with a rookie wide receiver? This is Jaden Tolbert. It's gonna be Jaden Tolbert, third year. CeeDee Lamb is a veteran wide receiver. Just got that big contract, and it's gonna be Kevontae Turpin gonna get some snaps at wide out, and it's gonna be a rookie wide receiver that's gonna be added on with Jonathan Mingo, the guy we traded for a 4th round pick from the Carolina Panthers. So we don't know what he's going to be yet, because we haven't seen him in real game action with a real quarterback. We seen him with Cooper Rush as the backup quarterback and Trey Lance. So we can't judge the guy by that. He's a big type receiver, like a T.O. body type guy, muscular guy. So we're going to see what he's going to do, man, when we get Randy Prescott back on the football field in action. And so we can see what we got with Jonathan Mingo. But like I said, we're going to bring an outside guy in at wide receiver. I don't know who it's going to be, so I'm not going to speculate. I just sit back, wait, and see. And he goes on to say that each free agency period presents team with a chance to strengthen their rosters. Unfortunately, the Cowboys have not been known as big spenders during this time. Jones has continued to prioritize the NFL draft as a primary way to build the team. However, fans are growing increasingly frustrated, urging him to make impactful signings in free agency to give Prescott the support he needs to succeed. Man, these fanboys out here, man, they are trying to get Jerry Jones to get this guy some help. But man, the way I see it, man, I don't see these wide receivers, man, that are out there on the market, they are saying that they want to come play for the Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And you can say what you want, man, but these guys have seen Dak Prescott over the course of the years, man, and these guys see what kind of quarterback he is, and they don't think that, it'll be their best bet or their best interest being it later on in their careers to try to come in, and play with Dak Prescott, because, man, the guy is really he's not that good, man. The guy is not an accurate football passer. And in the biggest game, at the biggest moment, man, that's when the guy shrink deer in the head like Dak Prescott. That's my perspective, man. That's my opinion. That's the way I see it. Like I say, everybody got their own opinion. And it says that on Wednesday, yesterday, NFL media reported that the Rams were releasing Cooper Kupp. The star wide receiver has been linked to multiple teams in recent days, but the Cowboys are not among them. According to James Slater, the Cowboys are not in the mix right now to sign Cooper Kupp. While the reasoning remains unclear, Jerry Jones recently stated that the team's primary focus is on the 2025 NFL Draft, which could explain why Dallas is hesitant to make significant moves in free agency. So that's what the Cowboys build themselves on, man, through the draft. And we've had some good draft, man, over the course of the years. And they're going to live by that, man. They're going to die by the draft, because I think Jerry Jones is letting Stephen Jones, because we know who's going to take on take over the team once Jerry Jones is no longer, running the organization by, I'm not going to wish that on nobody, but hey, after Jerry Jones, it's going to be Stephen Jones running the team. And I think that Stephen Jones think that he's some kind of a cap master. He's going to run the team the way he want to run the team to, try to fit the salary cap. But like I said, man, if y'all think things are going to change when Jerry Jones is not here with us, hey, you might as well expect the same thing with Stephen Jones being as cheap as he is, because he is the COO of the football team. And I think Jerry Jones is letting this guy try to find his way to take over the team when he's no longer here. And man, it's not looking that good if you ask me, because Stephen Jones do not know what the hell he's doing, because he's the one that decided to give Dak Prescott this big contract. And look how that worked out for us. Look how it's working out for us, man. Look how it's working out for us. And it's going to be a long year. It's going to be a long year, man, with this team. Dak Prescott got to work his magic. He got to pull the rabbit out of the hat, however you want to call it. But, man, it's all on this guy, because he's the high-paid player in NFL history. And we got a video of Josh Allen, the MVP of the NFL season 2024. He has came out and made a statement about his contract. And they asked him, why didn't he want to get the Dak Prescott money or make more than Dak Prescott? And we're going to see what this guy had to say when he was asked the question. This is Josh Allen on his deal with the Buffalo Bills.
It didn't seem like, to my perspective, I was taking a whole lot less. But when the way that I make sense of it, when you start getting these fairly big numbers throughout the entire league, it's weird to say this, but what's 5 more going to do for my life that I can't already do right now, right? So it's not that crazy to me, right? Like, I live a pretty good life.
What's $5 more million going to do to change your life? Because that $5 million can add up over the course of the contract. And Dak Prescott said that he want to set the market for all the quarterback that's coming behind him. So he acting like he's some kind of liaison, some kind of trendsetter, that he's just that good that he want other quarterbacks to follow behind him. Now, I don't blame him. Get your money, but this is not the right guy to try to reset the market, because he's not that good, man. And he's embarrassing himself more and more every time he opens his mouth.
Got a house, got a car, we're good. But I wasn't looking to absolutely kill them in every chance that I could. And I told my agent that. I was like, hey, if this has any impact on the pack, or impact on the cap, I should say, let's figure out a way to not do that. So
you heard what you just said. If this is going to hurt the team, let's try to figure out a way to not do that, because you're going to need players on the football field to help as a whole team. You're going to need offensive players, and you're going to need skilled players on the offense. So this guy is willing to do what it takes to make himself be a successful quarterback, unlike Dak Prescott, who want to be out there in the spotlight and want to be the all-time highest-paid quarterback in NFL history. Boy, I bet he regretting that right now. But hey, like I said, he's a selfish guy, and Dak Prescott it for himself. And one thing about Jerry Jones, you're gonna reap what you sow. So if you want to go out there and be the highest-paid NFL player with all these endorsement deals that you're getting to go along with that contract, hey man, you got to go out there, man, and try to put this team on your back and try to carry this team. And we're gonna sit back and watch. But all you fanboys are mad, but hey, we can care less.
So, again, both sides were willing to move and change different things, and it was a pretty calm mannered negotiation, is what I can. Hey
man, like the man said, man, it was a pretty calm negotiation, man. And now he got the most, guaranteed money in NFL history at $250 million guaranteed. And the guy, had an MVP type season last year. And it was once again in the AFC Championship game, and lost again to Patrick Mahomes, one of the greatest to ever do it. Man. So there you heard what Josh Allen said about the contract, man. What's $5 million more going to do? What is it going to change, really? It's not going to change nothing, man. Only thing you can do is handicap the team, and prevent the team from getting you help that you need. And Dak Prescott need all the help he can because we need a running back. We need a running back bad. I'll be glad when this draft comes. And, because I don't think they're going to get Aston Genty because I think he might be going to the Raiders. But, who knows? Who knows? And let me throw this little nugget out there. Since Jerry Jones hasn't did nothing yet, and Brian Schottenheimer said that he want to run the football. The same thing Mike McCarthy said that he want to run the football. And he got his guys in here, the offensive line, coach from Arizona Cardinals. I think he got another offensive line coach from Kansas State. Who was there when Deuce Vaughn was there as the running back. I'm just gonna put this out here. Now, if Jerry Jones want to make a big splash, and I do mean make a big splash, what if he trade down for Aston Genty? Just what if? I'm just saying, if you want to make a splash, if that's really what Dak Prescott need, and this is really what the Cowboys and Brian Schottenheimer want to do, run the football, that's what Dak Prescott need. Why not? But I'm just saying, but I don't think Jerry Jones is going to do that. But I got one more clip, man, from Tom Pelissero, man. He was on the Dan Patrick show.
And then you have the other end of the spectrum, the team that made you go,
Well, once again, I think that just anybody looking at this says the Cowboys are just so generally inactive that it just makes you wonder what's their plan. Obviously they've got a new coaching staff in there. Brian Schottenheimer getting promoted to head coach. Matt Eberflus coming in as the defensive coordinator. We've seen them make some, relatively smaller moves. They traded yesterday for a couple of former high draft picks, Kenneth Murray and Kyer Elam. But, Murray had been a fine player, but that was a salary dump for Tennessee. And Kyer Elam had started like 12 games over 3 years.
This is the guy we brought in, the cornerback. Kyer Elam only started 12 games in 3 years, and y'all saying that this is a steal. See, these fanboys are going by these guys when they first came in the league with the high round draft picks. But hey, man, it's a reason why these guys are on the market after they was picked high in their draft in their prospective years. Now, if these guys was picked in the first round in the high rounds, only been a couple of years ago, and they're already on the market, that tells you right there, man, that is something went wrong during the course of these guys' career.
Kind of like the Jonathan Mingo trade they made last year from Carolina, where they gave up a fourth for a guy that they thought was a really top wide receiver in the draft, but he hadn't had a lot of productivity. And so, their biggest free agent signings at this point, I might be forgetting somebody off the top of my head, but, Javonte Williams, a running back who I was at the game in Dallas a couple of years ago when he had the best game of his career, but he had an injury. He's not quite had the same level of.
And do y'all remember that game? I think he might have been a rookie because I think going on 4 years now that when the Broncos came here with Teddy Bridgewater with a quarterback and when they had the Cowboys 30-0. And this guy probably was a rookie that year and had the best game of his career against the Cowboys, and we haven't heard of him since then. Hey, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. And now he's a part of the Dallas Cowboys. Him having his biggest game of his career on the Cowboys doesn't say much because the run game defense here is putrid.
Productivity, you had to be sitting there and going, when Washington's making all these moves, right? They did it at the deadline last year with the Marshawn Lattimore trade. They did it with the Deebo Samuel trade this year, a Laramie Tunsil trade. They're going all in, saying, hey, we got to catch up to the Eagles. We're going to cash in right now on a rookie quarterback contract. For the Cowboys, they're locked in with Dak. They're locked in with CD. They got to figure out the Micah thing, and they're operating like a team, whether it's right or wrong, that doesn't have a whole lot of flexibility. And you just wonder, I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong, but you do wonder, okay, what's their plan for catching up in a really, really competitive division?
Man, hey, I cannot blame Dan Quinn for making moves for to get all the help that this young quarterback need because he's still on the rookie contract, and he doesn't cost that much. And why not go all the way out on the limb to help this guy? Because this guy right here show you he has potential. He has potential. So why would Jerry Jones go out there and make all these big moves and spend all these hot big time dollars on these free agents when he already know what the quarterback is? He already know what the quarterback is. So why dig ourselves deeper and deeper in a hole? Push come to shove. When the playoff starts, we play a team with a winning record, a good record, and we go out there and look bad. So then there's gonna be more complaining why Jerry Jones are going out there spending all this money on these top free agents, and we're not out there producing. And you got a quarterback that's making all the money, and we know that he's not going to produce when the time comes to step up. Hey man, everybody got their own opinion, man, about this situation with the Cowboys, man. But the facts still remain that. The facts still remain. We haven't won nothing in 30 years. So it's going to be all kind of people with all kind of opinions, especially the fans, which is the largest fan base in all of sports. Hey, man, it just is what it is, man. I just report what I see, and I report what I hear. You may like it, and you may not like it, but, man, hey, your boy Breeze don't care nothing about that, man, because the whole Dak Prescott fanboys are always going to be haters until Dak Prescott proves us wrong. And we're still waiting. Going on 10 years later. Hey, man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. And leave us a comment down below, man. And tell me what y'all think about what y'all heard from Josh Allen, man. Did the man make sense or what? Until the next time, it's your boy Breezy. And I'm out.